Hello, everyone. So we're going to give it time for people to come in and to readjust my wings because I don't know why they changed the color of my wings. Okay, that's odd. I might just have to leave it that way. Anyways, happy new day, happy new moon. I do want to share 2 mudras with everyone just because it was really calling on to me to share these mudras with you all, and also gonna do some cards. I'm gonna take a sip of water as well. I just have my water. There we go. Thank you. All right. And so the wings leave when I drink water. What the fuck is going on, IG? Hello, Erica. Greetings. I actually brought a deck out that I haven't really used before like that. It is an astrological deck. And it was just calling on to me. And so the reason for that deck specifically is hello Jay, hello Nova, is because there may be some messages that's pertaining to certain areas in your chart. Remember, you are not your astrological sign. You are not your chart. Your chart is an aspect of your energetic signature, right? It's well, it is your energetic signature makeup, right? However, you have free will, and so you can move with these energies how you choose. And so this is a very like advanced deck. It also has like asteroids and stuff on there, and so yeah, I'm just feeling called to pull from this deck as well. It's called Star Codes, and I do have the guided book here. I am going to do intuitive, and I'm going to read from that book because I'm pretty sure there's some shit in there that I don't know. I am doing readings this morning, and I'm sharing 2 mudras. I'm just giving time for people to come in, and I would also like to ask that you share the live just because my page has kind of been on the shadow side again, and so it really helps bring attraction to my page, and just so that they can fucking stop, try to shadow ban me. But they can't stop the messenger. They can't stop God's plan. All right. So one of the mudras that I want to share, there's a lot of heart chakra activations going on. Yes. Lots of heart expansions. Oh, yes. Thank you. I did get crystals, but I was also called to my crystal deck for some of you. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the astrological. I'm going to do a crystal, animal, and a fairy message. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Okay. Alrighty. My fur baby decided to move and just kind of slightly move this. All right. Can you all hear me well? Let me know if you can hear me. And then I'm going to start. So the 2 mudras are for the Manipura, the solar plexus, and then the heart. They look really similar to each other, but they are different. All right. I'm also going to read to you the benefits of it. Give me just one moment for one of them. Just so I can get all the benefits. I know how to do it by heart because it's one of my favorites to do. I've actually posted about it. And so I just want to make sure this is my favorite. There's a lot of shifts that's going on. Great rising, everyone. There's a lot of shifts right now where there's a lot of people just like grieving and we're riding the waves of things. And so if you've been feeling like, you're your energies are like super high and then super low, and just wanting to move forward in a way where, you know, you're doing the protection work, you're doing the clearing work. The best way to do that is by being in tune with your energy. Peace, God, with your personal energy. And mudras are really great for that. Although mudras can connect you to certain deities, because they can, it really is tapping into your nadi system, your chakras, your meridians, your energetic flow, your plasma, right? And bringing the alignment of your, you know, all your different bodies, your energetic bodies, your physical body, your mental, emotional, etc. Here, oh no, that's the ajna. All right. Pero ¿dónde está este? Aquí. Bear with me, y'all. Because, okay, I'm not seeing, I'm going to just let y'all know the benefits from the top of my head, from what I know by heart, because I just know that there's probably some additional messages in there, some additional benefits that I may not remember that might be beneficial to some of you. And so let me know in the comments if you ever done mudras, if you've ever connected with mudras. Here we go. It's right here. I have passed it. Yeah. All right. Alrighty. There we go. I just want to give you as much information as possible, you know, because, you know, I could tell you what I remember and what it does for me. Also, what I always say is, just because there's like information on these things, how does it resonate with you? Where is it resonating with you in your body? Yeah, because you might experience a sensation that other people don't experience. And the thing with mudras as well is moving the energies in your body. And so if you had energies stuck in a particular organ or something like that, you may experience like physical energetic shifts as well. And that can be uncomfortable for some people. I love your dress and the fairy wings filter. Thank you. It was actually supposed to be a different color and different type of wing because it gives you selections. But when I put it, just when I went live, it went to this wing. And good morning, great rising, all of it, right? It's called The Science of Mudras by one of your yogi masters. Which one? That's a thank you for sharing that resource as well. I haven't experienced much with mudras as of yet. However, I do have to get back into it. Hello, beauty. Her name does mean love. Her name does mean love. Actually, I met her. All right. So the Anahata mudra for the heart activations. I kind of want to show y'all the Manipura one first because that is one of the lower three chakras. And, you know, it's really important to have your lower three chakras in tune and balance before we move up to the other chakras. However, the heart chakra, it really expands us, right? And this energy, I mean, the sun is penetrate. They're trying to, you know, like do all these chemicals in the skies, and there's so much going on, like so many distractions, so many chaotic experiences of life happening. Akshar, I just want to make sure I say that correctly. All right. And so this one is the Manipura. And so you're going to take your index finger. You're going to start with your left index finger, and you're going to put it in between the index and the middle finger. okay, of your right hand. And you're going to do the same. So you're going to create a cross, an X, right? And you're going to do the same with the right. And then you're going to tuck in. If I could remember, girl. I usually do it. All right, there we go. I do it so fast. Oh, it got kind of dark. Do I need to turn on a light? Doing it slow feels so weird for me. Right? And so it looks like this. And this one is with the index in between, and this is going to charge up. I'm gonna actually turn on the light so I can straighten my back. I can do the mudra a lot more in peace and you can see it correctly. I'm actually gonna tell you. So pretty much you want to activate your hands before you start any mudra, so we're gonna do that as well. But this is pretty much to fill you with all your jewels and treasures and activate the crystals in your body, right? So with your palms facing down, you're going to extend the left index finger, and then you're going to do the right. You're going to place, oh, Stella Blue, come on. Yeah. I'm probably going to start this shit the fuck over just so everything can flow. All right, it is flowing. It's okay. All right, I'm just trying to get this to stand. Perhaps like that it could stand. Yeah, that works out too. Okay, I just didn't want to get up because my... Okay, anyways, so let's just do this. Let's just fucking do this, right? Oh, goodness. And I'm so hot. My incense was burning. It's really smoky in here. All right. So, I'm sorry. You're going to take your index finger of the left and you're going to place it. I said in between the index and the middle finger. It's in between the middle finger and the ring finger. All right. So you take your left index and you cross it with the right index, and then you're going to tuck in the middle finger. You're going to touch the base of the ring finger and the pinky, and then you're going to touch the base of the thumbs, and it's going to look like that. Do you see it? See, I'm so used to doing it faster that I was messing it up the first time around. And I was like, why is it not feeling the way that it needs to feel? Now, it's really important that you do it on the sides that it needs to do. So I'm going to do that again just so that everyone can see it, right? So you're going to rub the palms of your hands just to kind of activate those nadis, draw in the heat, activate your chi. And then you're going to take, with your palms facing down, you're going to take your left index finger in between the ring finger and the middle finger. And you're going to cross your right index finger the same. You're going to tuck in the middle fingers. You're going to press the base of the ring fingers together and the base of, or the tips, right? The tips. And it should look like this. Okay. So pretty much your Akash middle finger is like essentially hugging your index finger. All right. And you're gonna place this at your solar plexus. All right. This is gonna help you with your digestion, right? You want to do this for a minimum of 5 minutes, and a maximum of 30 minutes, right? With the heart chakra one, you can do it a maximum of 45 minutes. So you want to take your time. You want to get in a seated, comfortable position when you're doing this mudra. All right, you're going to hold it in front of your solar plexus, and you're just gonna like envision a golden ball, a fireball, a ball of light or a golden red, right? It could be golden red. Just, you know, charging up in your belly, allowing that light to just really activate your solar plexus, and you're gonna stay in like stillness and just breathe naturally. Now if you're a little bit more advanced, you can do like a fire breath with this, a lion's breath. All right, this is going to strengthen your digestive system. This is going to improve the health of your liver, of your gallbladder, of your spleen, of your stomach, and your pancreas, the small and large intestines. This will also increase like your willpower, which is what we was talking about, right? Your determination, your ability to like magnetically attract, like, so building your confidence in a sense, right? Solar plexus things, building your confidence. It'll bring a boost of like magnetism to you as well, right? And so just breathing into that space. And like I said, you want to do this for about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna, this is not a guided meditation, so I'm just showing you, right, how you would do this on your own. If y'all would like a guided meditation with mudras, I am doing that every other Saturdays. I'm doing tantric yoga every other Saturday, and so we would do guided meditations. We're gonna do mudras, we're gonna do mantras, we're gonna do asanas, so different forms of breath work as well, right? And so this is for the Manipura chakra. And then the heart chakra is very similar to it. So I want you to take your hand out, and this one you're going to take the right. And so yeah, I was like, I'm bugging out right now. Oh, so bugging out right now. Yes, yes. Okay. No. All right, so you place your right, okay, is the right ring finger. Okay, that's why, yeah. When I do the two back to back, it always messes with me a little bit because they're very similar. All right, which is why I wanted to slow it down. So you're going to take the ring finger and you're going to put it at the base. This is why you're going to understand now why I was a little confused when I was doing the Manipura, because they're very similar. It's just kind of backwards, right? So where in the Manipura, you are putting your index in the base here. This one, you are taking the ring fingers and you're placing it in between the index and the ring finger at the base there. So this one is actually drawing upwards, right? And then you're going to take your middle finger. Your pointer finger is going to be pointing out. Your pinky out. So you're going to touch the tips. And it's going to look like this. It also looks like a heart, if you can see that. Can y'all all see that well? Is it too dark? So it looks like a heart on the inside. Do y'all see that? So I would recommend that you do the Manipura first and then the Anahata, right? And this one, you're going to place it in at your heart center, right? And so you'll breathe into this. You'll also do it in a seated position. This is gonna, and again, although I have mentioned that it can help with the health benefits of those things, I'm not a medical practitioner, so this is not medical advice. This is just, the spiritual benefits of it that does tend to bring you, you know, it is known to bring physical benefits as well, right? And so, you know, use at your own discretion. I am not liable for anyone, right? So do at your own. However, this has worked for me, and so I share what worked for me. So this is going to activate your anahata chakras. This is going to improve the health levels of your heart, your lungs, your breast, okay, for men and women, because men do have breasts, right? And I'm talking about naturally, not implants, right? That's slightly different. This is going to help regulate your breathing, okay? This is going to expand feelings of compassion. This is going to expand feelings of love. And actually, for me, when it comes down to the love, it has been more of an unconditional love, like teaching me unconditional love versus romantic and conditional love, right? And this is going to also increase your natural healing abilities, all right? So you would do this one here, and let me know if you want me to do them all over, being that I kind of like messed up at first. Again, I'm used to doing them faster, but I normally don't do like the manipura and then the anahata like back to back. That for me personally is something that I have to work on and grow on, because they do confuse me, so it messes me up. You know, at times doing it fast, so I would have to do it slow. But it's all because they're really similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're really similar. And then the other one, you reverse it. There you go. See, I did it a little bit faster, because the more you do it, the easier it becomes, right? And I haven't done these in all honesty, in like a year maybe, or like months, a few months, you know what I'm saying? Right? This one is one of my favorites. Yes, I'm an embodiment of love. I'm a lover. This is what I love to do, right? And so I'll do it this way. You could do it this way as well, right? So like, however, this is like as within, so it is out, right? And like as above, so below, in a sense. And this is also gonna help activate your Merkaba, in a sense, right? When you are tuning into the heart chakra and doing it with the manipura. So doing the manipura first. And like I said, with this one, with the heart chakra, you want to do it for about 45 minutes. All right. Let me know, did y'all understand that? Did y'all want me to do it again, slow it down, or you're gonna be good on the replay? You know, let me know, because like I said, being that it's not like in a guided meditative, if I could speak, I promise you I know how to speak, way, you know, I'm just kind of giving y'all the information. And so yeah, very interesting. The manipura one, I didn't do often, but I know that's something that every time I have done, like, I'm sweating, I'm so hot. Every time I have done that one, I've always had some sort of enlightenment. Oh, well, honestly, almost all the mudras I have done, but with that one specifically, just because like the gut mind, you know, the way that it communicates with just like all the other chakras, and the willingness, right? It really charges me up with so many ideas, creative ideas. Even though, you know, like creativity is the sacral chakra, in a sense, I feel like you can get creative ideas from all your chakras, because they all speak their own language, right? And that's the beautiful thing about it. So I don't see y'all in the comments asking me to do it again. So there's that. I am going to take a sip of water, though. I'm going to do this one real quick. Give me a moment. Just because homegirl is parched. Alrighty. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm more than likely, I don't even know if I'm going to end up saving this one or not, but I'm going to do that again because I really do feel like I need to do it again. All right, so we are going to start. I'm going to let you know what crystals I was feeling first, and then we'll get into the crystal deck as well. I was strongly feeling a lot of green crystals, and so please do it again. Yeah, I know it was a mess. It's okay. It's all right. You know, this Leo energy with all the chaos that's going on is like, be confident in your mess. Like, be confident with who you are and like how you show up despite the appearances of, right? And so I even have one earring on, y'all. All right. I don't even know if I ever put the other one on or if it just fell. I don't even think I put the other one on ever. We having fun today. Leo energy is also like talking about tapping into your inner child. I do have a meeting later on, so I'm just paying attention to the time right now. And we're good. We're so good on time right now. Oh, please share the video. Yeah, I might. I'm gonna see. Alrighty. And then if you have a question, and I'm doing, you know, it's free readings right now. If you want to send a donation, you can. No obligations. I'm just feeling it in my heart to hold space and do these readings. A lot of the times, and if you're new here, I do, if I'm live and I'm doing readings, 9 out of 10 times they are donations based. But there are times that I'm like, you know what, let me just show love to my people, and I'll just do, you know, free readings. A donation could be even $1. You'd be surprised what $1 can do. It can do a lot. And so sometimes I'll put a minimum as like what the minimum donation is. Sometimes I'll just let you flow with it, right? And so there's that. Oh, yes, crystal. All right, so before I get into the crystal deck, I really, I'm going to do, this deck is really calling on to me, and it's so odd. Okay, just because I haven't worked with it enough to like feel like I would know everything, but it is a sign because it is something that I'm studying. So, Kababa Jasper may be a really good one for those of you who are really just feeling like you're in a deep transformative space in your life where, you know, maybe you're going through the journey of the dark night of the soul. You just came out of the dark night of the soul, or you're just really trying to be in tune with like your natural healing abilities and feeling protected. Kambaba Jasper is really, I'll show you one of them. This is one. Hello, Leo. So we have a visitor. He's like, this is my time, my moon, my time. So yeah, I want to see my fur baby. Alrighty, go. Of course, he would come out. Let's go. Excuse me, buddy. One moment, guys. Guys, gals. Excuse you, mister. Leave me be, please. You're gonna knock down. He's like literally trying to rub on the phone right now. Out of awe. Really? Come on. Come on, sir. He loves when I'm like, he always tries, like, he doesn't always mess with me. He just chilled right now. He's like, all right. But he's always like, so serpentine can be a crystal. It's a green crystal as well. Kababa Jasper. and moldavites. All right, so these crystals are extremely like powerhouses here. Moldavite could be a bit on the pricey side. Yeah, you know, especially if it's real. I was also feeling clear quartz and fire quartz. Fire quartz has like hematite in it. And so maybe just hematite in itself, but those were the crystals that were kind. Oh, and smoky quartz. Yes, thank you. Smoky quartz, kababa jasper, serpentine, fire quartz, clear quartz, moldavite. I think I said them all. Those were the ones that like intuitively was coming up to me, that may be calling out for some of you to like work with and connect with. Remember, you don't necessarily have to buy the crystal. You can just call on the crystal Devi and work with the energy of the crystal. You embody all these crystals. They do, having the physical crystal though does bring an activation, right? What I'm feeling is a lot of healing energy going on for the collective, and so that could just be, you know, what the collective needs for the crystal grids, and that you may need a personal crystal yourself, which is why the crystals wanted to come out as well. Oh my gosh, y'all, I can't make this shit up. Y'all seen it fly out, right? Do you want to know what came out? The fairy stone of fertility. All right. The fairy stone of fertility. I'm actually going to keep this one out because we are in the fairy vibes. I actually have my fairy deck out too because they wanted to come out and speak. So thank you very much. Oh, I love serpentine. I absolutely love serpentine. I feel like if you can't like afford a piece of moldavite, work with serpentine and you are definitely going to get like activation. Connie, thank you for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. Crystals recommends kababa. Crystal's recommended. Thank you. I'm sorry. She's just writing what I was saying. All right. So I'm going to pull these out for your individuals. If you have a particular question, there's a question box below. Please put your question in there, or you could just put general if you want a reading, and then I'll go through that. I'll go through the readings like that. What I am going to do, so all that I have mentioned right now is for in a collective, generalized manner. So those mudras that came up, that was what I was feeling for the collective, where the collective is working through. The collective is working a lot of heart chakra activations. However, there's a lot of people that's dealing with a lot of hardships, so they are needing to like be grounded, 10 toes down, and be confident in their transgression. I don't know why I'm saying transgressions, but in their transformations based on the transgressions that's going on around them. Like, you know, when you walk into the room, like God sent you, and you shift the energy in the room, don't let the energy in the room shift you or create you. You know what I'm saying? And so that type of energy. And just to give people a little bit of a boost of confidence where they're feeling insecure, they're feeling like, you know, exhausted, tired. There's just so much going on, and they don't even know if they can still do it. They're not giving up, but it's just, you know, they really feel like they're in the middle of, you know, they're seeing their activations, and they're seeing the other side, like how they are being called to a particular place in their life. However, they are also being challenged because they're seeing the like the awakening of the spiritual warfare that has been going on. Although the war has already been won, right? We're still there's certain people riding on certain dimensions of conscious frequency that they are just now starting to experience certain things, and it's not until they energetically elevate themselves that they are going to be able to truly feel liberated from that separation consciousness or war consciousness, right? In a sense, you know, source create, you know, the source of our creation, of our being, created all of that for us to have our experiences. But there truly is no separation, right? Things happen, and they have a sequence of a connection that allows for us to tap into certain energies for certain programs at certain times. Hopefully, pin my Cash App. Oh, thank you so much. I did not do that. I just be rambling. See, what would I do without y'all? I love y'all so much. Extreme gratitude. Thank you so much. Okay. Survival mode, like PTSD from that war. Absolutely. And let me tell you, I'm trying to get to pin this. I put it. There we go. And then also for those of you who just came in, if you're interested in, I posted the link in my stories, but if you don't see it in my stories, if you're watching the replay, last year I did my very first like orgasm workshop. And it was very informative based. It was very much about like differences between orgasms and ejaculations. And I'm just bringing it up because we did have the fairy stone of fertility, right? And I mean, what's more fertile than getting sexy, baby? No. So if you want that, it's absolutely free, right? And so I could just send you the link to that. You can take whatever notes that you want. And again, just to repeat it back, if you're interested in more like tantric yoga, where we're going to be doing mudras and breath work, asanas, every other Saturday. So starting February 3rd, every other Saturday, and that's going to be donations based. However, if you cannot donate every time, I do not want you to feel like you cannot come to class because of, you know, money. I want you to be able to still show up for yourself, right? Show up for the collective if that's your thing, right? You know, because I'm going to tell you to love on you first before loving on the collective and trying to be everybody's captain, save a hole. No, you got to save your own hole, you know? Just allow yourself to really be with yourself. And I did put a poll in my stories as well, because I know a lot of y'all are in different time zones. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. Let me know which times work for you based on what's on the poll there. And the times that's on the poll is based on Eastern Standard Time. Now, what I will say is normally I do it at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That has been my thing. But I'm open to changes, right? Because this is a lot of shifts and changes are happening this year. And so that is why the poll is there. Whew. Alrighty. So what I was going to do before I got distracted, that was collective energies. Pushing through shadow work, tapping into your inner divine healer. As stated, the moon, Manipura and the solar plexus both enhance your healing abilities as well. So everyone, I believe everyone is a healer in their own divine right. Save your own hole is now my motto for the year. Yeah. I'm just saying. Some of y'all don't even really know how to wipe your own ass. And like, why you gonna sit here and try to be all up on minds? And like, you still haven't like figured out how to like wipe your own ass. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All right, so this is the star codes as well, which is the astrological deck. Let's see here what just came out. The sixth house. Ooh, and we were talking about healing. So sixth house is naturally the house of Virgo in a sense. It's the house of health, right? It's the house of work and daily routines as well. And so there can be some changes that's going on in your sixth house. Perhaps if you don't have any planets in your sixth house or anything going on, you always have a planet ruler, right? You always have a planet ruler and a zodiac ruler of your houses that are empty as well. And so that will be the influence for that. Just when it's an empty house, a lot of the times it just means that you don't really have karmas in those areas, or certain it may not be it's almost like you got free range in that area, right? To do as you please. It doesn't mean that you can't establish karma in that space, right? Because you might come in with a clean slate and then do some shit, and the laws of cause and effect is going to create a cause and an effect, right? An effect. And so Leo, excuse me, Stella, I'm sorry, I don't know why my fur babies are just wanting to knock down this phone right now. They're like all up in it. But Leo energy is naturally ruling the fifth house, right? And so Leo is also the solar plexus and the heart. I would say even crown, right? Being in your royal self. The beautiful aspect about fifth house energy is that it brings a lot of success. It brings a lot of joyfulness and inner child creativity, creative endeavors, right? And then sixth house is like the next level, y'all. Thank you. I'm telling you, they don't be acting up until I come on live. It's like them kids that they be good all the time, but let somebody come over and then they want to try to act up and stuff. Like, they act like that all the time. Well, Leo kind of do. He kind of do. He just looked at me. All right. So, sixth house. There could be something in your sixth house energy that is looking for you to be paying attention to. So, what are your daily routines looking like? Are you feeling like you are needing to change something in your day-to-day practices, in your day-to-day routines? Are you feeling like nothing is working? The meaning of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? And so asking yourself, is what I'm doing on a daily working for me? If it is, then this can be just a matter of consistency and discipline so that you can continue to do what's working for you, even when you're not feeling motivated. And if that's the case, if you're feeling like life isn't really that hard, you're in a pretty good place, but your motivation isn't like really there all the time, then do the Manipura mudra to kind of stimulate that motivational drive for you, right? And motivation isn't always there, which is why I mentioned the discipline. But the sixth house is also the house of sustainability. All right. I would say movement. I would say work also. So maybe some of you are changing your careers and you're not really sure, where are you going? Oh, wow. I just noticed this is the card 44 also. So you may be seeing the number, and then there's a 4 there. So 444. So 444 may be significant to you. 44s may be significant to you. So with the number 44, right? 4s is stability. It's culture. It's your environment, right? It's also the home, right? It's your home. It's your foundation. The thing with the 44 is this can put you in a box. So have you been feeling like you're trapped in a box, or just filled with so much labels and categorizing? Or are you allowing yourself to think outside the box? Are you allowing yourself to see what is in the box as the observer of the box, right? And then allowing yourself to just kind of, it's the box. So 44 is the box within the box. About a few years ago, I want to say maybe 3 or so years ago, maybe a little bit longer, I don't even remember at this point, a lovely sister was doing a meditation, and I remember we was going into the heart space, and I remember having this like vision. And it's funny, this actually kind of makes me feel like, so in this vision, there was I was in a room, and all of a sudden I felt like this is a box, and I was trying to get out of the box. And as I was trying to get out of the box, I realized that I was looking in the box, but as I was looking in the box, there was another box. So it was a box within a box within a box within a box, and stuff like that. And we would talk about Merkaba energy. So there can be a lot of movement. This could also be that perhaps your ancestors or your spirit guides or your higher self has been removing you out of certain circumstances, such as work, so that you can focus on your healing, so that you can focus on, and you're feeling a little confused, you're feeling intimidated by the circumstances, you're feeling like, damn, how am I going to get money, what am I going to do for work, and stuff like that. And they have purposefully removed you out of that environment so that you look at yourself, to get present with yourself, and know that you're protected during this time that they are removing you from that space, so that you can really tap into your creativity and your soul's purpose, and realign yourself with that, so that the money flow is from a space of abundance. It's naturally fertilized with God's source abundance, Goddess source abundance, right? The soil of that ground is going to penetrate in your daily routines in a very fruitful way that brings you excitement, that brings you, a space of like, wow, I was really out of survival mode. I was really in survival mode doing this, right? And so working with those crystals that I mentioned earlier, right, may be a thing. And if you can't afford the crystals, like I mentioned, just take a look at a picture, right? Research the crystal, look at the picture, or before even researching, fuck that shit. If you don't know how it looks, call on the crystal, on the name, and tell it to teach you. What do you look like? What do you feel like? Let me know what messages you have for me. What type of activation do you want me to receive, right? And allow those questions, and be silent, be still, and allow yourself to receive, right, the answers of those questions, so that way you can really get the activations, you can get the messages, but you're gonna have to be in stillness. So some of you are really I'm getting like Hermit card, right? The Hermit card, holding the lantern and knowing that, it is the light of the lantern, not the lantern itself. And like realizing, wait a minute, that lantern is the box. In a sense, I am the light. I am the light. So I will look at your 6th house placements. There's something there about sustainability, right? There's something there about your daily routines. And so again, because this is a fairly new deck, I am going to I'm gonna read it. And we were there pretty much. Okay, so and if you look, they're like in a meditative space. So I just want you to really take a deep inhale here and like feel the vibes. What do you feel from this card right now? What is it making you feel? And just exhale and breathe naturally. So it says, if your chart were a village map, the sixth house would represent the central kitchen, gym, health clinic, and dog park. I know somebody wanted to go to the dog park today. Okay. But she's, yeah. Health. This is also the house of health. I don't know if I mentioned that. I know I mentioned work. I think I did mention health. And so there's a lot of health issues, a lot of health things going on at this time as well. If I'm very vulnerable and honest with y'all, I appreciate all the donations that's coming in, because one of my fur babies is going through certain things, and that bill is expensive. So I appreciate it because it helps, right? So anyways, the action. Okay, so dog park. The sixth house speaks where you live out of your daily habits, your work environments, your pets, your mind-body connection, and how you tend to your health. The action is to work smarter, not harder. The opposite of a dysfunctional situation is a situation. The opposite of a dysfunctional situation is a sustainable ecosystem. Make your life sustainable. Look at the time, resources, love, care, and sweat you put into your life and your assets, whether you are putting as much in as you get out, and whether you are receiving as much as you put in. The input and output have to match. Maybe not every day, but certainly every week or month, or you cannot sustain the long haul. All right, so really ask yourself, have you been in a space, where you're balancing, your give and take? Are you giving more than you're receiving? Are you allowing yourself to receive when people are trying to give to you? I know sometimes as a natural defense mechanism, because, we may not realize it, we can sometimes block the circulation of flow, because somebody might want to give us a gift or money, a donation or something like that. We're like, no, it's okay. I know I'm guilty of this. We're like, I've literally, somebody, I could really be like in a space of like, yo, I'm gonna conjure up this magic. I'm gonna get this money, because I gotta pay XYZ. And then somebody will just randomly wanna like give me, and I'm like, no, it's okay. And it's like, biatch, worrying you trying to manifest the money, like, So sometimes we do it too, where like, some people, they're scared to give to another person because they're in like lack mentality or in scarcity. And sometimes it's nothing to do with money. This could also be like, are you, for work, for example, are you in a career or in a job where they're not advancing your pay? Like, are you getting paid what you are worth for the work that you are doing, right? Perhaps you was doing a lot of work. We was talking a lot about work earlier. Hi, Ita. Maybe you're putting in a lot of work. And so they also mentioned sweat, and I want to bring this up. The beautiful water priestess brought up sweat equity, and I love what she mentioned about sweat equity, because it's really important to learn the difference. You have to know how to use your discernment and know if the work that you are putting in is sweat equity for you to receive later. As they were talking, it may not be day to day, but month to month. Are you putting in the work? If you really want something to work, you allow yourself to be consistent. I'm sorry, y'all. I have all my cards here in my way where I usually like sit a certain way, and I'm sweating so bad. It's so wild. Y'all can't see my sweat. Maybe y'all do. That's not oil. That's sweat. Like, I'm sweating. If I had a mustache, it would be leaking right now. Like, okay. So the sixth house, all right. The sixth house concerns your daily work, not necessarily your vacation or longed for career. If you're waiting tables to support your actions, your acting career, the sixth house speaks of both your day job and what you do towards that dream. So are you working towards your dreams as well? Are you daring to dream big, right? Are you allowing yourself to say, I am worthy of receiving my desires, right? Put in some time and effort on your dreams to bring these two paths closer to being one and the same. Yes, I was just talking about that. Your ancestors, somebody, you may be going through certain changes in your career and your job, and feeling lost, feeling like, damn, how am I going to get this money? And it's like, well, do you even know who you are, what it is that you want to bring and experience in life? And how can you make the two become one, right? How can you love what it is that you do? And that's like literally like just, it's in alignment with your soul's purpose. It's in alignment with your inner child. Yes, it's going to feel like work at times where it was always just pleasurable, but at least you're putting in time, energy, and attention into a work or career that is in alignment with who you are and your worthiness and what you want to experience. Allow your dreams to come true in a sense, right? And so being consistent and putting in the daily work, even if it's just one post, even if it's just making, like, if you make bracelets or something like that, and you say, you know what, maybe you don't want to make more bracelets because you haven't sold the bracelets that you made already. So maybe creating one post, putting it out there, or just kind of talking about it to somebody else just once in a day or whatever, putting it out there, right? Or if you, like they mentioned, an actor, right? Are you wanting to be an actor or a singer, but you're not putting yourself out there? A lot of y'all don't know. Sometimes this sweat is because I'm really shy. I'm really shy and I don't really like talking to a lot of people. I really had the hardest time ever to just go on live. Even making the post that I did yesterday where it was a bit sensual and sexual and flirtatious in a sense, right? That was so uncomfortable for me, but it was something I have been talking about for years, because, and then as I was in the process of it, I wasn't uncomfortable. I was really comfortable. I was I wasn't uncomfortable while I was filming. I was uncomfortable to post it. And then I had to say, fuck that. I had to confront my uncomfortabilities and why and where it comes from. And it does come from a space of trauma. It does come from a space of fear. It does come from knowing that I have a stalker, that, real life shit can be scary. Knowing that I have been through certain sexual traumas and experiences where people did not respect my body because I look a particular way and they think that gives them the green light to be a certain way, right? But I also know that I carry myself in such a particular way, and my energy being in its true authenticity and being in that love frequency and not fear created a natural shield that in me putting that out there, people were so respectful. And it made the experience that much more enjoyable because I said, wow, I had all these fears accumulated in my mind about what that might look like. And I really don't have nothing to worry about. I'm really okay. I've allowed myself to be so connected with my guides that I know I'm protected, so connected with Source, the Most High, with my true self, that I feel safe and allowing myself to be in my true sensuality with liberation and freedom. I'm in a space where, yeah, I want to be in my feminine. I want to thrive in my feminine, but I have to balance that out with work, right? With my masculine energy. So doing my due diligence to make sure that I'm providing some sort of effort towards my dreams, to allow my daily routines to work in my favor, so it could establish that sustainability and my foundation for my feminine to feel safe and allow herself to receive and just be in her ebb and flow, and my masculine to say, okay, I'm putting in this work, and if I don't see results today, we just gonna try again tomorrow, because results will be produced as long as I am consistent with what it is that I am building, right? And so I don't know who needed to hear that, but sometimes I don't always share my journeys. I don't always share my fears. I don't always share things that's going on in my life, and not sharing my stories because I'm private. I love my privacy, and so I'm going to share what I want to share with y'all, and that's okay for everybody. And if you don't like it, oh well. But sometimes I do have to share that, not so that woe is me, right? Not in a form of victimization or trauma bonding, but because my story has some sort of solutions that I'm presenting onto others that they may not have thought of, just because they're too caught up in their circumstances and situations. They're used to feeling a type of way about themselves, or maybe too logical, and whatever it may be. And just by me sharing my story, they might be like, damn, like, why didn't I think of that? Or, why everybody has their own thing. And so, like, let me just keep pushing. It could be a form of motivation, whatever, Yeah, inspirational. There you go. Excuse me, Leo, your ass is in my face. Thank you. All right. And so bringing your goals in one step at a time, to become one and the same with your dreams. Assess your work environment. Besides the money and professional trajectory, most jobs offer an opportunity to bump souls with others, a stage to work through karma and round out our personalities. This can help create a healthy work environment. Attitude makes all the difference. Watch where you put your mind. Nervousness can turn into chronic anxiety, which taxes your health. Give your mental hamsters something worthy to work on and keep them from merely spinning. Look at your daily habits and invest in good self-care. Make healthy food decisions and healthy activities enjoyable. Play with the dog or talk with the wild birds. Take time to talk with animals. Time with animals can restore the spirit as well as be a great exercise. So the challenge of this card is, worry can give you the illusion that you're taking care of business, but it does not further your goals. The gift of this card is you can create a beautiful and sustainable ecosystem out of your life as you pursue a delicious, healthy work-life balance. I love that message, y'all. I love that message. Whew, and that's just for the collective, right? I didn't even get into your personals. And like, the anxiety, like straight up, like I've been diagnosed with anxiety, and that shit can be fucking crippling. Like, you have no idea how much it was so important with my fur babies coming into my life, and how healthy it has allowed for me to shift a lot and it's still work in progress, right? There's times that I get episodes, but it's not, in the same where, I couldn't even go to the stores back then. We were talking about PTSD, diagnosed with PTSD. It was really difficult, right, for me. There's just so much things that can happen in life. And so it really took for me to meet myself at my ugliest, meet myself at a space where, you know, now like the way that I dress, like everything changed, right? Like everything changed. But I like this version of myself. And I get to tweak her and feel safe to change at times too, because I like growth on me. I think growth looks good on me. And I think it also looks good to have variety. Like I love, my Venus is an Aquarius, so I really like being strange and unusual and think outside the box at times. Yeah, and so that's for whoever needed to hear that message. I'm going to just read your comments really quick. Hello, everyone that is tuning in, who just came in. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you saw 777 and 444. Yes. I've been seeing those numbers like crazy as well. Talk about sweat equity and the sweat glands are activated. Yo, seriously, my underarms is like, woo! Like, I'm hot. And luckily, like, I have this on because it probably would have just been like super wet and stuff for real. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Thank you so much, Connie. So authentic and genuine. So are you. I'm really grateful for you and all your support. Fear sometimes keeps us showing up as our authentic self and sharing the gifts we feel needs to be shared. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah, it can hold us back. And so I just want to give a shout out to all of you. Yeah, I might hear my other alarm here. RCA Media. Oh, and thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. And so I do see that you have questions there. I'm going to do a collective animal real quick. All right, just bear with me. I'll be pretty fast with this. The animal, did I do the crystals? No. Well, the crystal also, I'm not going to do, I told y'all the crystals, and the collective crystal is fertility with the fairy stone. All right. Those of you may know Om by Powerful Divine. She actually carries some fairy stones as well. So you might want to reach out to her, or you can go to your local shop, or as mentioned, that just may be also, it was with the color white. So like crown chakra activity. Fairies also remind me of like fiery energy in itself. And so you may be just called to be out more in nature. Be more in tune with your inner fire. Allow yourself to tap into your imagination. Also allow yourself to, because tapping into your imagination and your inner child and being excited with that can really allow you to tap into like the nature spirits. But there's nature spirits and then there's fairy spirits. And I would say, you know, the benevolent fairy spirits, because there can be other ones that can be quite, you know, tricksy in a sense. But yeah, so what collective animal? Oh, I do want to show you. So this moon is also known as the wolf moon, guys. And look at what I found. Look at what I found. I found this. They were getting rid of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So I got to keep it. So talk about the wolf moon, right? And fertility. All right. General collective message, animal. Talk about fairies, right? So we have the dragonfly. What I like a lot about the dragonfly does talk about tapping into the spirit realm. It's connected to the air element. It's connected to the throat chakra. But dragonflies, they can be very like Aquarian, like in a sense, right? They can be very unorthodox. They like to think outside of the box. They actually, so like butterflies fly in a pattern. A lot of like whether it's like sometimes birds, right? But a lot of insects with wings tend to fly at with a certain frequency, a certain pattern. Dragonflies actually have the ability to consciously think for themselves and move outside of patterns. So they can do twists and turns that like a bee may not be able to do, or a butterfly, because they're the way that they're structured is just to be in a particular way. So I really feel like, allowing, what is your quirkiness, right? What makes you unique? What makes you different? What makes you weird? And tap in and love that version of yourself and be confident with that, and move with that weirdness, move with that quirkiness, move with that, and see where it brings you. It's going to bring you, I mentioned, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same results. Do that. Do something different. Be in your quirkiness, be in your uniqueness, be in your weirdness. I really feel like that's what your message is. My alarm is going off. All right. And so, and we were talking about light, right? So master of light, also illusions and the minds. All right. Those are the key words. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and your perceptions. Are they restless or still? Are they dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the lights of wisdom can shine through. When you are in balance, you see things clearly, joyfully, and you experience magic all over. When you are out of balance, you can't quite concentrate and you feel like you have a busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. If any of this is resonating with ya, I want to see ya February 3rd. Let's breathe together, okay? Let's harmonize with our fertility and our beautiful manifestations of life, and just let the thoughts. Ita was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but she was talking about letting the thoughts be clouds and letting them pass by. So yeah, stop being an overthinker. I'm not going to do the fairy card right now because I want to get into your readings, because I have about 30 minutes. So yeah, thank you all for being in here. I'm not going to pull from here. Okay. So let's get into it. Thank you. Hi, Ita. I figured you was. Also, Ita makes some like bracelets and chokers and stuff like that. So Ita05, go follow her. Please, she's amazing. I love her so much. She loves me too. She's been very supportive of me for a really long time, and I'm just so grateful for her. I really consider her like a soul sister of mine. And Prima says my Venus is an Aquarius too. Ow! All right, I like it. All right, so let's see here. So Ants, and then Erica. Will writing open a door to my abundance? Will writing open a door to my abundance, or should I focus on other avenues? Ants, can you reword that question? I'm not. Open a door to my abundance. Will a door open to your abundance, or should you? Or, oh, will writing. Okay, never mind. I got it. I got it. Let me see. I don't know if you wrote in the comments, but will writing open the door? So I will definitely, and it's funny, this is something that was coming through earlier. I'm going to say yes. Allow yourself, because when you're writing, you're stimulating. It's like music in a sense, right? Especially if you're writing either music itself, then you're definitely going to catch my drift. If it's writing a book or writing, for example, I love writing and I stopped writing for a bit, and I realized when I was allowing myself to free flow and write again, so much abundance opened up again, right? A lot of the times we have so much creative ideas, we have so much information in the brain that needs to be moved and released and put out there so that more can come in. And so, you know, abundance is a mindset shift, and you can literally write out that you are open to the lavish abundance of the universe to coming in, that everything that you put your heart, mind, body, and soul into just returns back to you fruitfully, abundantly, prosperously, bringing in good health, good wealth, good fortune. You know, money flows into your endeavors, and you are open to receiving all the resources that you need because you live in a friendly universe that is always providing for you, right? So yeah, if you like to write, I don't even feel like we need a card for that. I feel like that in itself answered. But if you would like a card, I will. I'll do the fairy just because it is creative. But I feel like if you were trying to put out a book out there, or even like some sort of like a poetic NFT or something, I'm not sure if you do poetry or if you do music in itself, but I'm kind of seeing like some sort of like an NFT kind of project, you know, where it has like, it's almost like a visual with like poetry or lyrics in the background, and is digitalized. I kind of see that. I would also say like, you know, doing a book, and you can put it on like Amazon or something like that. You know, you can have the physical, tangible book as well. And as I'm speaking to you, you know, sometimes I don't always listen to my own advice, and Spirit be like, yo, girl, yeah, you know. So it's funny how Spirit has a funny way of talking to everyone in the room. But, you know, what is easy and savvy for you? Yeah, this card. Okay. Ooh, yes. So look at, and look, guys, it looks like a dragonfly. Hold on. Do y'all see that? Let me try to... Doesn't it look like a dragonfly also? This is about what brings you ecstasy, what brings you fulfillment, what brings you joy, what, you know, this is also, it looks like a giraffe also, which giraffes tend to have like higher visions. They tend to be very, you know, they're also about speaking your truth. So it is throat chakra. It's higher vision, right? See, like foresight, being able to see what others don't see, but also having the ability to speak in a language that other people don't necessarily know, but they need to hear. All right. And I also feel like I see like a deer or a fawn in here as well, but this is about ecstasy. So it could be exotic writings, or maybe it doesn't have to be that you're writing is like sexual or sensual per se, but when you are in the elements of writing, it's very exotic and exciting for you. It creates a natural euphoria and a natural auric cleanse is what I'm hearing. Like it really allows for you to, and I just wanted to put them side by side because they just look too much alike. I can't make this up, right? So yeah, I would definitely go for it, especially like if it is poetry or if it's music. It's gonna stimulate your left and right brain together. And I would even practice writing with different hands if you want, just to kind of, if you're feeling like at any point you're feeling like you're having writer's block, write with your opposite hand to stimulate that as well. And even though writing can be a little bit more left brain, it is, I see it as both left and right brain, because when you are channeling, it's like a form of channeling, being the vessel, allowing the flow. That is abundance, right? Like you're talking about going another avenue, with finances. And I feel like that was already answered for you. If that's passionately calling on to you, I feel like it's really going to magnetically attract that, like your love frequency to expand higher, your heart to expand higher. And like, you're going to see abundance in so many different areas. It's going to feel like a soul retrieval we were talking about. And this is the number 41. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'll be in the dark sometimes. All right. Y'all see that? Let me, all right. Speak your truth. Tell your story. Tell your poetry. And there's a lot of blue. All right. I'm going to take this out. So my answer is going to be yes. Put your writing out there. Put your poetry out there. Let it be known. Share it. Don't be afraid. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual protection around there. I also feel like it's going to help you be more in tune with the divine feminine essence of fertility. And you don't have a problem with being, in your feminine or masculine flow. But this is, abundance really does come from the feminine energy. If you think of money, you think of the moon. Moon and money are current, the moon controls the currency. When you think of money, they call it currency, right? So the moon aspect is the feminine aspect. It's also the mind, right? It's how we think, it's how we feel, right? So if we feel like money is bad, or we feel like our writing isn't worthy, or nobody, we feel all these negative thought forms, then we are going to energetically create these resistance to occur, to block the currency flow of abundance to come in, because of how you feel. Right? So you got to make like the moon. You got to become the moon, and you got to allow yourself to say, I move, the moon within me moves the currency to flow to me. The moon is also receptive. So are you receptive, like we spoke about earlier? And this is a full moon energy. Be confident. Be daring. Fifth house energy, right? For like Leo's the ruler of the fifth house. Most celebrities have strong aspects in their fifth house, right? And so it brings in a lot of success. So I would definitely be daring and put some poetry out there, put out a book, work on your projects. If you are working on a side gig, like the card of the sixth house was saying, put in the sweat equity and even if you got to work a regular job for right now, don't give up on working on your dreams. Allow yourself to put in energy and consistency in your dreams so that it becomes more your reality, and it becomes the space where your dreams and your work are one. It's solid, it's together, it's wholeness, and you're doing what you love. Thanks, that resonated. I am a visual artist. That has always been my bread and butter, but I do feel a call to writing. So it could be that you creating some visual, writing with visuals. It could be comics. It can be nowadays they have technology is so wild, and we are the technology, right? It's just an energetic I was gonna say manipulative imprints, but it is what it is. Anyways, it's a clone of our technology. And so put your visuals and writing together, and that might be something that works for you. It could also be that, maybe doing like logos as well. So, maybe you do logos for work and you want to write a book, and so you can maybe write a book, a poetry book, and put some artistry in there because you already doing like, logos, graphic designs, and stuff like that. And digitalize it, or like I mentioned, like the NFTs, if I said that correctly. If it's a physical book, I would say, maybe in its poetry, I would put like either a sigil or a drawing or something like by the title. So like, let's just say, you're doing a poem about, like, it could be about like love, romance, and sex, whatever. And you put like a sensual etheric rose as the visual, small on the corner, right? Boom. And then you put the title right next to the rose, and then you do the poetry. It has a visual there where it's not overly taking away their imagination from the poetry. It's not taking away the sensation from the poetry, but it is giving a staple, if you will, or an influence or something, but it's not quite taking over. So you don't want to put too much over visualization on your writing. I kind of feel like your endeavors with creative, they go hand in hand. So it's not about doing one over the other. I kind of feel like it's about doing both, and maybe you was just doing one and adding the other one in, as you mentioned. So yeah, I would say, yeah, green light. Yeah, and I answered that question. Erica, I'm not sure if you're here. Connie, I'm gonna get to you in a moment. I'm gonna do Connie first, and then I'll get to Erica if you are still here. Just because I believe she put that here. Okay. Will Florida be a good place for me to live? Excuse me. Florida's crowded as fuck. Now let me stop. It is though. It really is. Like, traffic has been ridiculous. I've been trying to tell everybody, like, go back and stuff. But it really depends on what part of Florida. I do think that you'll have a really good time in Florida. I do think that it will help you with peace of mind. I don't know if you were ever considering like even like Texas as well too, as kind of what I'm feeling. But to answer your question about Florida, you got the number 21, which that to me is a road opener energy. That to me is a gatekeeper energy that allows for you to travel into the minds. It reminds me of the 21 divisions. Now, what I am seeing here is taking your time and moving slowly if you're going to do it. But I feel like this is also saying like this is going to be an energy that is going to be a lot more slow paced than you're used to. And so, a big part of you is looking forward to that. But there might be times when you're feeling a little bit like homesick. However, it's going to bring you a lot of peace, a lot of, like I'm seeing the oak tree for whatever reason. I'm seeing oak trees here. It is a fairy energy that came out. So it's the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. And the pixies, what this card is symbolic is the pixies are always dancing, powered up, charged up, go. They don't know when to stop. And the fairy at first gets really excited and charged up, and she's like, oh, I like how this feels. It's so euphoric. It's so good. All of this energy that they really enjoyed. And then they kiss the pixie, and they get charged up. And then they feel drained and tired because their energetic frequency is not used to the pixies, right? It's not on the same frequency. So needing to balance that. I am feeling called to kind of read about this too. There is so many different beings here, and it also looks almost like a lion, like a green lion. So I'm going to show you this card. They're so beautiful. I love her. I do want her to join us. Oh shit, I didn't even realize it gives me freckles. Ow, I like it. What's up with me in this ow? All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I got conceited for a moment. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me? So, there's going to be a lot of soul tribe. There's going to be a lot of supports. It's going to be a lot of celebration. It's going to feel good. There's just going to be moments where it's going to get, you're going to either miss home. Like, even though this doesn't talk about homesick, I kind of just, that's what I'm hearing is homesick. But I feel like working with the trees, especially like oak, it could be that maybe you find a house or an apartment that has like an oak tree to kind of bring you stability and protection in that area. All right, maybe you're connecting with an oak tree. But it really does feel like this shift is going to bring you more serenity. I'm hearing like some serendipity. And so I'm going to read what that says. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing because that book, this one does give a lot of thing, but I'm going to, and that's the number 21. And I was just teasing about saying like, no, don't come. I would love to see you. And I definitely, you know, I feel like if this is, you know, what is for your highest and greatest good, then absolutely. So this is a card that's talking about metaphorical, open heart surgery. So a metaphorical. So, again, it could have been that, you know, you was experiencing so much like just chaos around you. It could be that your environment is like really dense and really heavy, and you know, you're just like, I'm done, you know, I'm ready to retire this, right? I'm ready to relax. I'm ready to be at ease and shift your environment. This also feels like a green light. Like I would say yes because of how colorful it is. It's just, you know, everything might happen so fast, and then you're gonna find yourself slowing down a little bit. And it could be that maybe you're in a fast-paced environment coming to a slow-paced environment, or it can be that you just pick up and leave, and you know, it just happens so fast. And then when you unwind, like there's gonna be like, wow, I did it. And it's going to be a lot of peace. It's going to be a lot of tranquility and a lot of attracting fruitful opportunities and soul tribe to you. Just there may be an occasional, like maybe, I don't know if it's like missing family or missing home or just missing things, but that doesn't feel as big as the celebration. It doesn't feel as big as the joy, as the serenity is what, you know, like I really just feel like it's gonna bring a lot of peace, a peace of heart, a peace of mind. And so the metaphoric open heart surgery just really you know, lifting you from traumas in a sense. Just, you know, it's gonna alleviate you. It's gonna open your heart. This is gonna bring more love energies into your life. So it, you know, I just feel like a lot of love energy, a lot of you know, I just don't want to keep repeating myself. And so this card is okay. It says, oh, what can I say here? Love, sweet love. Accept it, bearish it up, add it to it, and pass it on. The presence of the fairy who kisses the pixies suggests giving and receiving love and intimacy in any of a wide variety of relationships. She gives notice that this is a time to open and heal our hearts, Different aspects of life may well be flowing happily together, healing separations and hurts from the past. Bonding may take time and deep feelings emerging. Changes for the better may occur in any aspect of our life, but especially in relationships, which may be deepening and becoming richer. You may be experiencing love therapy for opening the hearts as new relationships begin and the old ones develop. Enjoy this energy. So, the answer is, will moving Florida be a good place for you? Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to help you develop, your relationships better with others, and you're going to build new relationships and new ventures, and it's going to be very joyous. So, yes. Also, if I hope that answered your question. Sounds like structure, stability, and serenity. Yeah, yes. Right? I was just thinking the same thing about freckles. That's funny. I say yes, Connie. And Prima's very psychic, by the way. Thank you. That resonated. I am a visual artist. Oh, yes, I read that. And that's your bread and butter. Okay. All right. Prima. Because I did not see the other sister right back. Maybe I took too long, and that's not my problem. Just seeking general wisdom from the divine regarding where I am and embarking on this new career journey in holistic counseling and balancing my personal pursuits. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, that's deep, because I definitely see you as I have to fix myself really quick before y'all all see my cookies, and I gotta hurry up. What time is it? All right, she's still here too. Yeah, okay, so Prima, you're gonna be the last one I do, okay? Oh my gosh, y'all gonna see my cookies. Yeah. Have to go in like 10 minutes. I was like supposed to be leaving now, but okay. So, Prima, embarking on your new journey in holistic counseling and balancing your personal pursuits. I do believe that the field of holistic healing, of channeling, and like mentoring, guiding others is a big part of why you came to this planet. I feel that really strongly. Like, you have a true, just your energy and your essence going into a space really helps shift the foundation, the energetic signature of the room. As we mentioned, like walking into a place like God put you there, that's legit, that's real, that's you, so I do feel like that might go really fast for you too, more faster than slower. It's just probably certain fears that's getting in your way. I would say, the first year, definitely keep working on yeah. So you have the numbers 4 and you have the numbers 15. So you have He of the Fiery Sword. Okay. So this is divine masculine energy, phallic energy, allowing yourself to really plant this, like fertilize the seeds, water the seeds that you have planted. Also speaking your truth. I'm feeling, even though I'm getting a lot of gold and rainbow energy off of this as well. And then you have the journeyman. And so I feel ancient wisdom with that. I feel like the balancing between the crone and the maiden, right? The inner child with the old, ancient, primordial one of your being, coming together as one and going into the same direction. So I feel like you're moving in the right direction. Just being mindful of not getting ahead of yourself to where, you know, it's like, but just trusting the process that you and the divine are seeing in the same path, seeing in the same way. There are gonna be times when you're gonna need to take a risk. So there's a difference between taking a risk and getting ahead of yourself, right? I feel like you presently, right now, are at the right space at the right time. Okay? I'm gonna get an animal. Yeah, that flew right out. You have the horse. So this is about power. This is about freedom. This is about taking charge. I'm going to see what it says in this book here too. But this is definitely allowing yourself to, allowing yourself to really move with the winds of change. I really like how this looks here too. Hold on one second. Just sit with that real quick. Horses can be very empathic. Okay? People don't realize how empathic horses are. They really play a strong where's the over here. I created a mess in front of me, y'all. They really help you with grounding. They really help you with moving forward. Yeah, momentum. Yeah. So right now, presently, the ideas that you are establishing between you and the divine on the projects that you want to do, with your spiritual gifts, with your psychic abilities, and how you want to move in that foundation, I feel like is the proper step forward to take. And so you just have to take the risk and put yourself out there, right? Allow yourself to be seen more. Allow yourself to express, your talents and your gifts. And be in a space where you're in your power and in your confidence without shame of or belittling yourself. Sometimes, there's other people that they think so highly of us, but the moment we step into our power and we're showing ourselves bigger than what they are comfortable with, it may cause them to speak badly about you or all these things. Fuck that. Fuck them. All of that. The best way to heal that situation is by being your true authentic self and being in the power of the divine wholeness with you, without because I feel like this is about you liberating yourself and liberating others by being in the true essence of your power and your divinity. You claim that. You might have been in a relationship that was manipulative, or maybe there was a man in your life that you kind of felt like you had to hold back, or there was masculine energies. Maybe it's just telling you to put in the work, right, with your masculine energies. But I'm gonna say, yeah, put that out there. But it is about momentum and taking your time. So I'm going to read this card real quick. So it says, the horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with monumental momentum, so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When you are in balance, you can achieve anything and never give up. When you are out of balance, you tend to run away and feel weak. To bring into balance, it is required core strength training. So the Manipura mudra that we did earlier, I would highly recommend that you tap into the Manipura chakra, just to kind of give you, remember how I was saying, like, some of y'all are being told to, go with the green light, work on your projects and stuff like that, but you may not feel motivated, or you may be a little bit intimidated. And I love how they were talking about, like, being the strongest earth elements in this deck specifically, because that's what I was talking about with horses being very powerful in the spiritual space. Is like, when, like, if you have horses around and there's anything spiritual going on, a horse is going to detect that. A horse is going to detect that way faster than, like, other animals can see it. Their sensitivity, their empathic abilities really allow. That's why if you start seeing a horse acting crazy, or you see a horse like charging into a certain direction, gone with the wind, bullseye. I'm out with you. I'm going with you. I'm going in that direction, because the horse is sensing and that the energy ain't right in that place. And you are like a human lie detector. You can sense when, nope, that shit ain't right. That person is faking the funk. That person's energy is off. And it can be whether it's, having a real good discernment. It could be that, maybe seeing other people's aura, or feeling other people's aura, and feeling where they need to be recalibrated. But the more you practice on your meditation, the more you practice on, like, physically exercising, right? One thing I can say about empaths is, a lot of the times empaths have the abilities to feel the way that we do because we are to transmute a lot of energetic gunk for other people that don't necessarily know how to do it. We're not responsible for it, and we have a choice to not do it and let it go. However, when a person doesn't know how to release it, or doesn't know how to transmute it, they can carry that weight. And so it's really important for an empath, or a psychic empath at that, which is what you are, right? For a psychic empath, to do a lot of daily exercise, even if it's just yoga or movements or stretching or cardio or calisthenics, whatever it may be, so that you could also keep your energy flowing with ease. Because it can be really, really like, it can cause you to feel lethargic. It can cause you to get overwhelmed. So that being said, I feel like they're giving you the green light. I feel like a lot of people are going to be drawn to you, and that you're going to be very successful in this realm. But you're going to have to know how to pace yourself, because things might be coming. Maybe you have TikTok and you putting yourself on TikTok, and then all of a sudden, mad people, bing, 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 start hitting you up. And now you have all these people that you're helping, and you have the energy while you're there. But then afterwards, it's like, ooh, like, you get overwhelmed. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's the thing that I'm working through, right? Is like scheduling myself and monitoring, like, how many people I'm working with on a daily basis, because it can be really like, do you have energy to take care of yourself? You're gonna need to take care of yourself as well. Um, I really feel like there's a cord cutting that's happening also, or maybe you do cord cuttings on others, to, like, energetic surgery, with others. I feel like you're there. I feel like, I don't know if you're in a relationship now or you're calling in a particular relationship, but I feel like there's a man that's going to be, coming into your life or in your life that is, gonna really be, like a spiritual, protective guide, because you had experienced a lot of traumas, when it comes down to masculine energies and needing to heal your masculine energy within yourself, as well as, like, maybe there's certain things, between you and your father, or you and an ex, or whatever the case may be. Right? Overall, I see a lot of warrior energy within you. So I feel like it is balanced between the empathic energy and the warrior, energy as well. If you were calling in a partner, I feel like that partner is coming in. I feel like, utilizing your discernment to know what are your emotions and your feelings, because there's going to be people that like you, and you might be feeling like you like them too, but it's not really that you like them too, is that you're feeling their energy of how they like you, and so that, that feeling can be a little bit confusing. And so this could possibly just be like, maybe putting, practicing on what energies you're accepting and whatnot. I'm not sure. To be honest, I just telling you what I'm getting. I also feel like this is about you vocalizing and telling your truth, and really putting yourself out there for real. Really putting yourself out there. Are you going to be balanced between, like, working something regular or like day to day? I do feel like it's going to be, a need or necessity or something in the meantime, until you're full. Like, I keep hearing, give yourself a year before just completely letting, shit go. Or if spirit puts you in the space where you're not working a regular job and you're in a career shift, then possibly give yourself a year for you to really see how the foundation shifts in this career change. All right, something about a year's time frame, and seeing the results within a year, like really shifting and doing that. So pace yourself. But yeah, you're moving in the right direction. Did I answer your question? I hope I did. I do have to go, y'all, in like 2 minutes. So if I thank you for allowing me in your energy. I thank you for allowing me to be the divine messenger to serve all of you and help all of you. And I thank you all very much. Yes, trying to get rid of all the energy from my past relationship with an abusive ex. That's what I felt. Okay. So the cord cutting. And healing yourself through divine masculine energies. That makes absolute sense. Even if it was somebody of the same sex or whatever, they could have had like manipulative masculine energies. So just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You're welcome. But I see you coming into your, I'm also hearing, I don't know if you're are you familiar with Durga? The Hindu goddess Durga. Yes, exactly that. Okay. Well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We both got motherfucking pussy, bitch. Oh, what the fuck you thinking? But sorry, I had a moment. It be coming out sometimes. So fucking, crystals work every time if you fucking throwing it at somebody. No, you never heard of Durga. Yeah, I feel like that person was a predator, a manipulative. Like they seen your light. They knew they were aware, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. They had an awareness of your spiritual abilities and what you're capable of. And so just clearing your energy from that, and you're gonna be able to help others, and putting your foot down and not allowing them to not allow other people to keep being abusive. So do the cord cutting. It could be as simple as you visualizing, taking deep breaths, going into a meditative space. Visualize. I will even call in the horse spirit to assist you and guide you with that meditation, so that you can, move forward, allow yourself to move forward from this. And it could be that, you needed to learn a lot of lessons from that relationship, so that you could help others, right? I went through an emotional and a very manipulative, it was a spiritual warfare, that relationship. Like, it was wild, and it was short-lived, but there was so many lessons that came from it that allowed me to help others as well. And so find the lesson behind it. I think you're doing a great job, and I thank you all. I thank you all. I thank you all. May you all have a good day. I gotta go, y'all. I have to go. I see ya. Happy full moon. Peace.